Hello everyone and welcome back to Organize with Olivia. Today I have a fun Foxy Fix video. I'll actually be doing an updated version of my Traveler's Notebook 101. However, this is going to be more focused on giving you guys a general overview of the Foxy Fix website and how to order their from their new options and also from their newly reconfigured website. I was really pleased with the response that I received from my previous Foxy Fix walkthrough, like website walkthrough. So I thought, why not update you guys on this website? So to begin, you probably want to create a account. So you could do that by navigating to this little person up here in the corner. Also, as many of those in the planner community I also have a referral code that is always in the description box of all of my videos. However, if you do not want to use mine, or if you want to create an account without using a referral code or make a purchase without using a referral code, just come on here, make an account. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritties of how to create an account because it's very basic and it basically mirrors that of what you would do for any other online shopping experience. But I do want to say they do have a message center here. So if you wanted to pop in and message customer service to ask for some help on something, you could do that here by navigating to this little chat box here. And also you'll see on the right hand corner the Foxy Fix rewards, which of course would not be applicable to you unless you create an account. Not going to go into the nitty gritty of rewards, but because I want to focus on how to create and how to navigate the Foxy Fix website. So, I also want to note that two of the most important places, aside from you creating an account and logging in, are going to be these areas up here, these headers, and then also scroll down to the bottom. There is a section where you can enter your email address, subscribe, and save 10% on your next order, which will be very helpful depending on the number of customizations you apply to your Foxy Fix order. Also, there are some other links that we'll be visiting down here in a moment. But I do want to begin by showing you the new way to get into all of the different accessories and items that they offer. So, just a general overview, the Foxy Notebooks refers to what we all know as the Traveler's Notebook. The ring binders are just that. They're a planner that has rings. Perfect covers are for things like the Hobonichi Techo, things like that. Also, the Stology, I don't know how to say it. Then we have a section for inserts, bags, and accessories. They do offer totes. They also have pen holders and things, or pencil cases, pencil holders, and things like that. Again, there's another space to access the rewards. There's a space for the blog. Then they also are having an adhesive vinyl bundle sale. They're actually blowing out all of their adhesive vinyls that they offer, which are kind of like basically their adhesive vinyl pockets. The sale is 70% off on those items while supplies last. I'm not going to really go through that because, again, we're focused on building and looking at the options on how to create your custom Foxy notebook, ring binder, or perfect fit cover. So to begin, here in this section are the Foxy notebooks. And you see here there are three different menus that you can access to get into that option. So to start, let's go ahead and look at the notebook covers because accessories and inserts are pretty self-explanatory. So to start, we'll go into the notebook covers, which are, again, like I said, the Traveler's Notebooks. I want you guys to pay real close attention to the legend here on the left-hand side. Very, very helpful to figure out what you want. So this is broken down by cover type. So we have original, which includes like that basic, either you don't want secretarial pockets, and we'll get into that, or you do. The folio is going to be identified by the square corners here. And then single is basically self-explanatory. It's for, it only has one string inside for you to insert probably one or up to three inserts, depending on how creative you get. Then we have it by size, which it goes from number 0, which is also known as micro, all the way to a number 8, which is known as A5. And then there is a section for weeks, which are the Hobonichi weeks. It's broken also down by color. It's broken down by collection, which is also the leather type. And then we have texture, which I thought was really great because some people prefer smooth over pebbly and then vice versa. And then also we have a section which you can identify if you want a notebook that is scratch resistant, which is basically a sturdier, a tougher leather, or one that takes markings, which is a little bit more soft and subtle. And we have it broken down by grain. So maybe if you prefer full grain over top grain, and then of course by price. This will vary considerably based on the customizations though. So I don't know that I don't know that I necessarily would use this as a navigation tool. I probably would stick with these top three up here, the size, color, and collection. So to start, in comparison to the older Foxy Fix website, when you would open up the Foxy Notebooks section, all of the notebook colors would populate into here, or leathers, I should say. It would all be one size, so it would be kind of a very uniform stock photo. But instead of this being all one color, it would be matcha here, cookie here, chocolate cherry here, and then, a different leather, maybe Rowena or something like that. Now it's broken down into cover type and all the same leather. So as you can see here, the leather, or the Foxy notebook listing, just has a very universal custom leather Foxy notebook cover. Then it tells you the cover type, which is folio, and we'll get into that. And then it tells you the size, which is 0. Then it tells you the collection or leather type, color, which is storm. So we'll scroll down and you can see same thing is kind of going on down here, but you can see all of these in the storm color were the folios, whereas for this amber collection, you have the folio, and then you can see here the original, which the original is identifiable by those famous rounded corners. So just to keep scrolling through, there are 42 pages of different configurations, okay? That might be a little bit intimidating to some people. This is the antique brass, which is a different color within a different collection. But if you didn't want to go through all of these different pages, which I totally understand, you would just be able to create your you'd be able to use this legend to kind of better understand what you want and what you want to look at. So I myself would like to look at folios. Okay, I would like to look at pocket size, or number 2 in Foxy Fix terms. And I'm not going to necessarily go on color. I'm going to look by collection. My favorite collection is always sugar. My first Foxy Fix was actually the sugar cookie color, but it was the original cover type, not folio. I've never owned the folio size or a type. Okay, so now you have a general overview of all of the leather colors within the sugar collection, the folio style cover, and size 2 or pocket. So this is what we see and what's available. So today we will use chocolate cherry as our example, because I've always had my eyes set on chocolate cherry. I've never purchased one. It's always been on my wish list, still on my wish list. Eventually I'll get there. I do have some chocolate cherry accessories. I was lucky enough to get a chocolate cherry coaster. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump in to this particular notebook. And sorry, my internet is working a little slow this morning. That's okay though. Okay, so this is the first page that you'll be presented when you are going in to configure your notebook. As you can see here up at the top, there are 7 total steps, and we are just on the first. So you can read the description here if you'd like. You can read the specifications, so like the cover dimensions of a pocket. The cover dimension closed, and then you have the insert size, which the insert size is not included, but it tells you the dimensions of a pocket notebook, or a pocket, cover. All right, so to get started, we're going to hit begin designing. We're already on the second step. So now there are two different size variations. You can either do compact, which here it says it can hold 4 notebook inserts, but you can always adjust this by adding in some extenders. Or you can do wide, which is an additional $7 fee, and it can hold 6 inserts on its own. So that means this comes with 4 strings, this comes with 6. I like compact. I've always been a compact girl. Wide is just not necessary for me in particular. But you can see now the starting price. So I really love this because before, when with the old website, this price was all the way down at the bottom. So you couldn't see this until you scrolled down and had gone through all the drop down menus. So I really like that this is easy to see. So now we're going to next step. And now we're going to select that pocket configuration. So this here is what sets Folio apart from the original pockets, or the original pocket configuration. And we'll go through an original cover type as well. So you can either do crisscross, petal. There's also a full folio pocket that is included no matter what. This is included on the folio configuration only. You can also add a pin loop if you want it, and you can get it stitched in. Or like me, I don't get pin loops on my planners anymore because I just add them throughout using pin loop clips. So I myself would like to do the crisscross configuration. Petal is really nice too, and you can see once you click these different options, the preview comes here, which I think is awesome. Petal is just, not my style. I like it. It's beautiful, but it's not my style. So we're going to go back to crisscross. And again, like I said, we're not going to select a pin loop. And now once you've identified everything that's required, the next step button illuminates. So now you can go on with debossing. So I either can do an icon deboss or I can do a font deboss. I think I'm going to do icon. That's what I usually do. Now there's tons of different options here. So you can see the color, the foil on this side that you can do, and then you can do the icons on this side. There's so many different things. This has been very expanded since the last time that I have designed a Foxy Fix notebook. That's awesome. I love ice cream. So I'm just gonna slowly scroll through so you guys can see their options. I'm also gonna show you a different link or page within this website that shows you all the personalization options, colors, foil colors, elastic colors, and everything like that too. But I just wanted to show you guys. This is some beautiful stuff. I have a coaster that says this, or I'm sorry, a mouse pad that says this that I'm actually using right now while I film this. So there are tons of things, and you can get some of these things on the front cover, and you can get some of these on the spine. I personally don't usually get anything on the front cover. I usually just do a spine deboss. So let me see here. I'm gonna do something simple like trailing hearts. Oh, that is going on the front. Oh shoot, you guys. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it for that. But I love that preview. So let's see, what are these different, oh, that's nice. Silver is usually my go-to. White is nice. So you can go through here and see how the different colors are gonna look on your cover, which is awesome. Oil slick, black. I'm going to actually go back with that rose gold. That was pretty. We're gonna save and continue. So we did an icon deboss, not gonna do a font. So we can just put, oh shoot, you guys, my whole little configuration just disappeared. So hey, this is this is a great video to show you guys what to do and what not to do. So let me go back up and pick my rose gold again, save and continue. Now I'm gonna hit next step. You see that with that debossing option, I've also increased my price of my notebook. Aha, here we go. This is the spine option, and this is what I usually do when I do an icon. And usually for this, since we've already gone through this, oh shoot, here it is. I just do a heart, and I do it in silver, or I do blind, but today we're gonna do silver. Save and continue. You see my price went up again. Not gonna do font, and we're also not gonna hit no thanks, because if we hit no thanks, it's gonna delete our options. And it tells you what you did, heart and silver. We're going to go to our next step. And so we're actually on the 6 out of the 7 steps. So this is your stitch color. So this is the stitching that you see here on the outer edge. Now for the stitch color, let's see, what do I want to do? Dark red, dark brown. Ooh, I like that. Do I want to do wheat? Gray. No, you don't want anything that pops out too much. I used to do cream on some of my more neutral covers, but for today's purpose, I'm just going to do dark brown because that kind of blends into the chocolate cherry and I like how that looks. Also want to show you guys what purple looks like. Still cute, but I want to do dark brown. Now we're going to hit next step. As you can see with the stitching color, that the stitching colors are included, so you didn't see an increase in my price. And now we're going to choose our elastic color, which is this elastic that goes around and then also the strings within. So dark plum matches really well, and I kind of want to be matchy-matchy. Dark brown neutral, it's too warm. White, no white, no cream or medium cream, taupe or medium taupe. I don't want anything like black because it stands out a little bit too much. I think I'm going to go with dark plum. Also, I know that pink goes really well with this cover color too. So that's an option. I think that this is really awesome how you can kind of see your item being built right in front of your eyes. It's really, really awesome. So now we're going to hit next step. As you can see, price also did not go up with our color, with our elastic change. Let's just flip through our cover to see what it's looking like. So now we know what the inside is going to look like. We see what the strings in the inside are going to look like. We see what the embossing on the spine, and we see what the I don't know why I want to call it emboss. Anyways, we see also what the embossing on the front is going to look like. Also, there's a summary of everything that you've picked as far as your customizations go. So we see here we have number 2 size, we have compact versus the wide, crisscross pockets, we've added no pin loop, we've decided on trailing hearts in rose gold, and for our spine we've decided on a heart in silver. Our stitching is dark brown and our elastic is dark plum. So at any point in time, do you want to change any of those things, you can just hit go back. Anyways, this point I'm done. I'm happy with the price. I'm going to add to cart. And I'm not logged in, so it's not going to, so I do want to make sure that I log in before I check out so that can go towards my rewards. And also so I don't have to add in all of my different info in. So if I want to view cart, that's how I can view my cart. Again, we're going to get another summary of everything that we've added into our customizations. And also, if you wanted to buy this for yourself and a friend, you could update this by adding another one. Or if you wanted to remove it completely, you could hit remove item. But now you can get an idea. This is your price. This is your total at the moment. And then if you were ready at that point, you'd hit checkout. And checkout is just like any other website, essentially. So, of course, I'm not going to go through that. But I do want to go back to Foxy Notebooks because we're going to build an original cover. And actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me scroll all the way down. Let's go through some of the personalization options that they have available to you, which is what I told you guys. I told you all that I would show you. So we're going to look at all of the different customizations on one succinct page. So here we have all the leather colors in the Boss Babe collection. Cambridge, Kate, Mad Ave, Moonlit, and Scarlet. I said Moonlight. Then we have the Botanical collection, which is Iris. Oh my God, Iris, Orchid, and Poppy. I'm not going to say any more words after this. We have the large Lush collection, which is such a great collection. I love it. People really, really love the Lush collection. And I actually I believe I have do I have a coaster in Lush? I have something in Lush. No, you know what? I have a sample in Lush. I love the sunflower. So you can see all of the different colors that they offer within the Lush collection. We have the larger Spice collection as well, which I think is beautiful. The Himalayan salt is a favorite of mine within the spice collection. Then we have sugar, which is the OG. I have a few things from the sugar collection, namely being the cookie. I have 2 cookies. I have some accessories in some of these other colors. The blueberry, I remember when the blueberry came out, it was so beautiful. Such a rich blue, like royal blue color. Then we have wildflower, which is a sturdier, kind of harder, not harder, but a stiffer collection. We have the deboss options here. So all of the different icons that you can get. This is one of her collab. This is one of their collab collections. Collab icon collections with mini planner vibes. And you have tons of different things like some Harry Potter stuff if you like, some geometric or origami inspired shapes or icons. And we have the animal icons here in the middle. You have just some miscellaneous icons here. But then, of course, you have some inspirational words, which I also have some items that have these on here. I have a Hobonichi Perfect Fit cover that has blessed on the front in silver foil that I love, and it's in the Lush Sunflower. Cover collection. So those are all the words, and then the fonts that are available. So that's if you wanted to maybe customize with your name on the front in some of the font, with the font debossing option. Then you have fancy letters, which I think I've also done something. I think I put an O. Yeah, I put an O on the spine of my Lush Hobonichi cover. Then we have the foil colors, which is great. I sometimes love to do just the no foil, which is blind, or like I said, I'll do the silver, which rose gold. I really like how the rose gold looks on that one that we just configured together. Then you have the stitch colors, the stitching colors, and the elastics. So these are all the things that we went through. So if you wanted to kind of just get a general idea, general overview of everything, you could do that. There are also some hardware finishes, which I believe are applicable to the bags and maybe some of the pencil cases, holders, bags, or whatever they're called. And then the zipper tape colors, which again, of course, are going to apply to some of the things within this tab. Okay. So I just wanted to go over that before we build our next custom Foxy together. So we're going to go back up to the Foxy notebook covers. And this time, we're going to use, I don't know why it brought me all the way down to the bottom of the page. We're going to, again, this time we're going to create an original. We're going to create a pocket again. And this time, we're going to go into the Boss Babe collection, which I have something on here. Actually, I have the Madison, but that leather is sold out right now, so we'll just build a different color. Let's go and do the Scarlet. I like the Scarlet cover. That's always been a favorite of mine, or something that has caught my eye. Scarlet is a good color for the holidays, also for the fall. So this is loading. So again, we have the same number of steps. So this time I'm going to go a little bit quicker through, but I'm going to definitely show you guys the pocket configurations and show you the differences. We're going to go with a compact again. So again, we see our starting price is 54 bucks. Now we're going to go into the pocket configuration, which this is why I like the original. You can still do the crisscross and the petal, but you also could have no pockets, which I like. I would do secretarial in this original pocket, or this original cover. This is to show you what the crisscross looks like in there, and then the petal. But let's do secretarial, and then I see the card pockets are on there as well. Would I like to add a pin loop? No, but you have to select either one of these options in order to advance to the next step. As you can see, our price has updated to 61 bucks. Do I want a font deboss or do I want an icon? Let's do font this time. Okay, so I would like to put Olivia on the front of my cover. And as you saw, as I typed, it came up in this area. So let me just show you guys. If I take that away, it updates, or if I add it, okay? So I like to use my name. I could either do Times New Roman, and do Arial, I can do Willow, which is always pretty, or I can do Old English. This is just for if you want the fancy letter. You can't get an entire word in this. You can only get an initial. I'm going to go back to Willow, and I'm going to retype in the rest of my name, because just to note, when you put in, if you decide to select this, it takes your text down from the full text to just the first name or the first initial. I'm gonna go back to Willow again and type in the rest of my name. There we go. What kind of foil do I want? I would like silver on here. Yeah, that looks nice, silver. But just to kind of give you guys an idea of what everything else looks like, black looks good too. Actually, let's do black. I'm gonna go with black. All right, now I got everything I want. You can make sure that there's no spelling errors. Save and continue. So now that's updated. Now we're up to 76 bucks in for our custom right now. Now we'll go to next step. We're on the 5th step. Do we want a spine emboss? I don't want a spine emboss this time. I'm gonna say no thanks and go to the next step. Now, for my stitch color, what color do I want for this beautiful scarlet? Sorry guys, just zoomed in. Do I want dark red, which looks nice because it blends in? Do I want red, which is kind of too bright for my liking? Or do I want dark brown? To show you guys what white looks like. Wheat, cream, sage, turquoise, hot pink, purple. I'm gonna go with dark red because it blends in, or we can do black. Let's do black because it matches with our embossing. Now let's hit next step. Again, like I mentioned before, the price did not jump with your stitch color because that is included in the price of the cover. And for the elastic color, you guys know where I'm going with this. Just gonna do black to make everything kind of matchy. Again, the price did not jump. Now we're gonna hit next step. We're going to see the summary of all of our selections, and then we're gonna look in the inside. Ooh, that looks sexy. I really like how that looks. So it's awesome. You get such a great preview this time around. Before, you were not allowed to see how this would go. You kind of would be able to get a preview of what your notebook cover would look like if someone else had the exact configurations as you, or maybe similar. Now, we're going to add that to cart, and we're going to continue shopping. I'm not going to look at my cart. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and exit. Okay. So now we're going to go into the ring binder section. So there are 2 menu options within this heading, and we're going to go into ring binders. I'm not going to build, well, you know what? I will build one just so you guys can see what the inside of one looks like. For this, you guys have the same exact options again. You can either do original cover, which is the rounded corners with the closure, with the snap closure, I believe, or it's either snap or magnetic. I'm pretty sure, I want to say it's snap. And then you have the folio. I'm going to go with original. I'm going to go with A5 size because that's the size that I have right now in a GM agenda from Louis Vuitton. And I'm going to go with, let's see, not chocolate cherry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't select my collection. So let's do vintage, the vintage collection. And I like antique brass. I like that. I like how that looks. So let's build this color. All right. There are only 5 steps to build your ring binder, just to note, versus the 7 for the notebook covers. You can look at the descriptions if you wanted the specifications. That gives you the dimensions of everything. Let's go ahead and hit begin designing. So now you have the pocket options, and it shows you also what the inside of this planner is going to look like. Also, please note the starting price of the A5 ring binder. So let's look at, we can see what the secretarial looks like. We can also see what the crisscross version looks like and what the petal looks like. Again, I really love this. Okay, for purposes of being different, I'm going to configure this with petal. As you see, that price did jump up $25. It only jumps up $15 with the crisscross, and it jumps up none at all with the secretarial. So just to note. So let's go with petal. Now, on step 3, do we want any debossing? Not this time. No thanks. So you have to hit some option on the 3rd step in order to advance to the next step. Just to note, do we want a spine emboss? Yes, we do. I love spine embosses. Also, I want to explain to you, let's do an ice cream cone because I love ice cream so much. I do want to explain to you that you see here on this debossing section, you see how we can only do blind. There's not an option to do a color. That is because some leathers take color embossing or foils better than others. Now, Foxy has done their research through trial and error, and this is one of those leathers that does not yield great results with foil. So that's why you don't see the color options here. Now, if this was maybe sugar, the sugar collection, maybe if I was doing cookie, you more than likely would be able to add a color. But for this purpose, in this leather, it does not take well, probably because of the unique markings on here already. And probably maybe just if this is maybe a more sturdy leather, or maybe for more supple leathers, that's probably why that's not populating. So let's go ahead and save and continue. I'm good on my debossing. I don't want to font deboss. And now we're going to go to next step, stitching, which is our last and final step because there's no elastic on this one. And there are rings within it. So for stitching, cream would look good. Wheat would also, oh, wheat looks very nice. Oh my God, you guys. I'm sorry. I totally keep my Mac is, I just got this Mac recently, so it's a little bit new for me. So some of these commands on my mouse are very sensitive. Let's do sage, which is also nice. Not going to do anything like pink, but that would be cute for someone. Dark red is also nice. I like that. Dark brown, which blends in pretty well. We're going to go with wheat. I like how wheat looks. And hit next step. Now, enjoy. So now it gives you, again, that summary of our size, the pocket configuration, the spine emboss, the color or the foil, and then the stitching. Let's take a peek inside. Very nice. Very, very nice. And we're going to add that one to our cart. So let's view our cart now. Our total is quite $347 right now. But of course, that's not all. Let's do a perfect fit cover. Perfect fit cover are, like I mentioned, are for things like the Hobonichis. So here, the cover type, there's just one cover type for the perfect fit covers, and that is it's going to mimic the original cover type for the notebooks with those rounded corners. So here, these are the size options. You can do a A6 hobo. We can do a Weeks. We can do a Weeks Mega. We can do A5, Stayology. I want to say that's Stayology B6. I don't know how to even say that that planner, but it's the L1917. I think it's I don't know. MC Large and HP Mini. I don't know what MC Large means, to be quite honest with you, but I know it has to be some sort of planner. So let's go ahead and build the Hobonichi Weeks together, because this is the one that I built. But actually, let me go back. I want to go back to Mega because that's the one that I built. This time, let's go by color. So let's see what yields, what results yield when we select yellow, sunflower, or turmeric. And I already have the sunflower, so let's build that one. Okay, so now we're building a Hobonichi Weeks Mega in the Lush Sunflower color. That's the Lush is the collection, sunflower is the color of the leather. So again, for this perfect fit cover, we have 6 steps instead of the 5 with the ring binder or the 7 with the notebook cover. So let's go ahead and begin. Now with this, you can see the pocket configuration, is very different. We have some very different options which I love. So the idea with the perfect fit covers is that it has a cover that you can slide. You can slide that back cover into this pocket here, okay? So secretary pocket is the one that we're on. Crisscross, which jumps the price up $5, looks like this. We can either do the card pocket, which is also still $5, or we can do pedal, which jumps it up a total of $15. So let's go to, I think this is the configuration I have. No, I think I did crisscross. Okay. So we're going to select the crisscross and hit next step. This is pretty, it's self-explanatory now because we've done 3 so far. I'm not going to go forward with any debossing. I'm not going to do a spine deboss either. It's just going to keep it simple. I'm going to select my stitch color. I think I'm going to do cream this time. Cream or wheat? Let's do cream. We're going to do elastic. We're going to do yellow. because that's what I did for my, did I do golden? No, I did yellow for my, the one that I have. It's in my purse. And now you have a summary of what your cover will look like. We have the hobo week size, crisscross pockets, cream stitching, and yellow elastic. Let's take a peek inside. Looks good, looks great. I love it. Add it to cart. View our cart now. Voila, magic. All right, so we're racking up some a pretty good number right now. So we're just take a peek at inserts. Okay, like I said, not gonna go too much into these, but this is their insert options. So these inserts, these are paper inserts. These are going to be your vinyl inserts, and this is also going to be one of their the insert options that they have. Like you can convert your ring binder to kind of like a hybrid string ring binder. Also, if you wanted to basically identify inserts by dimension or size, you could do either the Foxy notebook, which would just yield things for your like number, your micros or your A5s. You could also identify by material. Color is just all one color. You can do the sheet style, paper weight. So this is of course if you've identified the paper material, and then you could do price if you want it. So same thing. Again, not going to walk through that because that was not the focus of this video today. Now, these are some important things because these can go inside of your notebook covers. It can be an accessory to your ring binders, things like that. So here on this side, I want to just show you guys all of the different options you have, or we can kind of hover over this again. So in this section, we have bags and pouches. So there's a urban cheap tote or urban chic tote, however they pronounce it, a pencil pouch, which is, I kept trying to say this, but I kept saying bag, and then a planner pouch. We also have pen and card accessories. So you have pen sleeves, many pen sleeves, petal pen sleeves, apple pen sleeves, pen loops, card sleeves, and petal card sleeves. Then you have accessories. You have some coasters, mouse pads, which I love, tiny notebooks, sample tags, jump bands, elastic restrap kit, clear stamps, gift cards, jump bands. I want to talk about that. But I also want to show you guys the bags too, the pouches as well. But let's go to the jump bands. So what are jump bands? Jump bands basically, and I'm sure there's a description here, these are on sale. They're a way to expand your Foxy Fix notebook. So say for someone like me, a planner like me, I only like to purchase compact traveler's notebooks. And those are the ones that come with 4 strings originally. However, when I mentioned that note previously when I was building my very first notebook with you guys, it depends on how creative you get. So basically meaning you can use something like a jump band to expand how many notebooks you actually can put in your compact and even in your wide. So basically what you would do is you would actually string an insert on here, pop it into one of your main strings within your either compact or your wide notebook, and then you could string another on, and then you could string another on. So I think that you can use something like this to string an additional 3 inserts onto one planner string that's actually built into your notebook. Now, I'd advise for anybody who's interested in how jump bands work, just look at a YouTube video because my oral explanation might not be as great as something that's visual, just to kind of give you guys an idea. But I did want to reference this because I did say something about depending on how creative you get, would then result in how many inserts you could have in your Foxy Fix notebook. So that's what I was explaining, and that's what I was talking about. Going back to the bags and accessories, let's just take a peek at the urban chic tote. Now, now the only legend on the side here is to identify by price. We're going to actually click the tote to see all of the different options you have. So not as similar as the building of how we did the notebooks or the ring binders or the perfect fit covers. This kind of goes back to what the original Foxy Fix website looked like. You just had a bunch of drop downs that you could use. But pretty sure that with these drop downs, The color does not change. So that's something to think about. And then of course you can do, once you hit some of these drop downs, then some other stuff comes up. Okay, but if I say no deboss, then that drop down goes back up. You can do stitching colors. Now this is the hardware finish option. You can either do the brass or the nickel, and I showed you guys that in the personalization link or page that you can access when you scroll all the way to the bottom of their website, the fabric colors, and you can also configure the handle drop for your tote if you want it. Oh, perfect. And instead of having to scroll all the way down, you could just hit that link, this link, to get to those personalizations so you can see everything. And I think they did that for that listing, for the listing of this tote exclusively, because when you press these different options or select these different options, the preview doesn't come up like we were getting when we had when we were configuring our pocket notebooks. Also, there's a little diagram here to show you where the boss is going to go if you do select that option. And there's just some extra information here. And obviously, like I said, when I was referencing how I loved that the price was right there visible. So every time you selected a new option, the price went up or the price increase was displayed. This is what I was talking about when you have to scroll all the way down to see that, okay? So what else? I did want to show you guys the pencil pouch. The pencil pouch customizations is the same as the tote, which is the same as kind of the older style website. Planner pouch. Oh, that's just the planner pouch that actually when you order a planner, I'm pretty sure they come in that pouch. So that's just in case if you wanted to order extras. Now, pen sleeves. Let's see how the pen sleeve configurations look. Kind of self-explanatory. Okay, so this looks like this customization is going to be somewhat similar to how we did the notebook covers. So let's take a peek and see. I want to do a Lush in yellow because I love yellow. Let's see. Oh, nope, it tricked me. Okay, so it's not the same, but you do get to see a preview of the stitch colors. So that's great. And then also it shows you where the deboss would go if you select that option. And then again, it has that link. So I'm going to err on the side of more than likely all of these customization options are going to be similar to this setup instead of how the notebook covers were. You can explore those options. But again, this video was to show you guys how to build your Foxy Fig notebooks, ring binders, and also your perfect fit covers. The rewards section, self-explanatory. The blog, self-explanatory if you're a blog reader. And then I guess I can pop into here so you guys can see what this listing looks like. So this is just a one-stop shop. You get all of these items for this amount. It looks like they're still available. So obviously, you guys, if you guys are interested in any of those items, you should probably take advantage of that. The last thing that I wanted to go over was the shipping. The full shipping policy is here. Okay, production time for your custom orders. Again, production time for your custom orders will ship within the estimated 30 business days. This estimated turnaround time will not include weekends and holidays. Also, they are not able to combine shipping on any orders. I do want to, because I'm reading off of their website, so it sounds like I'm a Foxy Fix employee. I definitely am not. I do this out of the kindness of my heart because I do understand that sometimes things like this are a little bit intimidating for new planners or even existing planners who have not ever delved into the notebook and ring binder realm. So I do this out of my own time, okay? If you would like to contact them before you place an order, this is the contact information for that. They do ship internationally to most locations, but the best way to find out the shipping cost is to make an account, including your address, and then fill your cart with what you want to order to see if they're able to ship to you. Last but not least, one more thing. Returns. I'm sorry, I had to find it. Customer care. If you have any questions, email contact@FoxyFix. Cancellations. Custom orders cannot be canceled, you guys. They cannot be canceled because they are, once they're placed, like literally once you hit submit order, you can't. Production begins immediately. You cannot cancel your order. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, changes. Once your order is submitted, again, you can't make changes. So if your address is wrong, if your email is wrong, like you have to email them prior to ordering, really. But like, for example, if you put in the wrong address, which you shouldn't, because if you log into your account before you place your order, your correct account should be tied to that. Your correct address should be tied to that particular account. But in some cases, some of these things change. Like you may have moved and you forgot to update your address. I'd say contact customer care, but just be very, very careful. Now, there is a section on errors or defects. Like if something comes and something's wrong, contact FoxyFix. Now, elective returns. These policies apply to items that you choose to return not because of an error or defect. This is only applicable on inserts, dashboard inserts, stamps. Foxy Couture items, which are made to order items, cannot be returned. Please contact them right away and ship the product back within 10 days. You can read all about that, but I just wanted to tell you guys that custom orders cannot be returned. Custom orders cannot be canceled. Custom orders take 30 days. Okay? At least 30 days. Minimally 30 days. Sometimes they'll ship before. And man, I tell you, when you get that FoxyFix email saying your order is ready to be shipped and it's before that 30-day window, you are so excited. It's like a holiday celebration every time. If you want to learn more about their studio, they're in Idaho. You can click that link. Again, rewards and referrals, click that link. Custom order policies, we just went through that. Mystery sale policies, we did not go through that. I'm not going to go through that. If you're ever interested in their mystery sales, look out for their posts on Instagram or check this out right here. There are other facts. There's ways to contact them. They have gift cards. You can create a wish list. Here are all of their social media information, links. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, and on Pinterest. So that is that. Also, you see this banner here, free domestic shipping over $200. So hypothetically, if I were to purchase everything that I have in my cart, I would get free shipping. But I'm not a baller like that. Anyways, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for hanging on and hanging through this. Sorry for some of my errors. Sorry for some of my zooming in options. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of my subscribers, new and existing. I'm excited to be back. I always say this, so I'm not going to promise another video when it's going to come, but I just want to tell you I will be back. I don't know when. I may be like Batman. I'll be back. I may not be, but I love you all, and I thank you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.